Whoa, yeah, look at me dead in my eyes. I know that you know that a nigga ain't lying. Too much respect. All of my shorty BDs, they know not to try. Too much respect. I used to hand out CDs before they would buy. Whoa, she love me so much, it seem like she buys. Niggas don't know how I live, but that's cause they live it to high.
Hey y'all, hey. So I'm looking crazy right now, but I'm doing my hair. I wanted to kind of tell a quick story while I am doing my hair. My birthday just passed on the 31st. I went and got my eyebrows. You know how they do the micro shading. I had them before, but they kind of faded. You know, people don't really mention that as much when they go get these beauty services. Like I've noticed the lip blushing, and I thought that it was pretty cool to do the lip blushing, but I'm afraid because it seems like they may be needles that they're using to pigment your lips, and it makes them inflame. Like I'm looking at these pictures of like the healing process, and I'm like, I have to work in corporate. Like I can't be having these crazy lips. Like I gotta be on PTO when I'm doing all of this, you know, and the recovery time. So I don't really know much about it. If you girlies have done like lip blushing, if you have went through that procedure, drop it down below. Just because I'm considering it, but I'm like, some of the colors be like too bright on different girls. The women with pigment on their skin, I'm like, no. But this year I wanted to, you know, have my birthday surrounded around self-care. So I'm on Groupon. I have an acupuncture appointment. I was kind of upset that I couldn't do it on my birthday, but it's scheduled for Thursday. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. And you might come along with me just to see the process, because it's my first time getting acupuncture. And I just know that it's something that is self-care. Of course, I spend time in nature. I talk to God a lot. You know, it's more so, birthdays to me now are like a reflection. It's a reflection. I know that, you know, you take the time to appreciate yourself. People glamorize birthdays. You're like, birthday trip, I'm doing all of these things. But I really wanted to go inward this year. I spent time with family and friends and just laughed a lot. Had so many, like, gratitude moments. Spoke to a lot of people. And it's just like, you know, you really have to love life, because sometimes in life I found myself just here, just being here, just on automatic auto mode. You know, just I'll go to work, come home, cook, clean, take a shower, do it all over again. I might have time to watch a show, but you know, just doing the things. And it's like, when am I really having fun? Like, when is it really like time to live? Is it just gonna be for the weekends? Like, and life is not supposed to be that way. But anyway, I'm getting off of the subject. I'm supposed to be telling y'all a story while I'm doing this here. So I'm going back to passion. I really thought back, like, what do I do? What do I love to do the most? You know, that I won't, you know, that just brings me happiness and I don't have to get paid for it. I'll tell you, it was a point in time, you know, I had to move back home with my family. So at this point in time, I was with my family. You know, I still was paying rent, but it wasn't all of the fees that you would have to pay if you're by yourself. So during this time, like, we had hard times. Even though we had a fuller house, more incomes in the house, it just, something was going on with the money management. Everybody didn't pay or whatever. This had nothing to do with the money at the time. This had to do with natural disasters. And when I'm looking at Texas and all of the, you know, storms and things that are happening, it's displacing a lot of people. Some people are becoming, you know, unalive because of this. And, you know, some things you can control, but some things you cannot control. Nature, Mother Earth, there are people who had the resources and there were people who did not have the resources. People who had the resources, even looking on YouTube, some of these people, they were flying out to different places because they didn't have to be there, because they had resources. Some people, they stayed where they were, not by choice, or well, really by choice, but they had generators, so they already prepared for the season of the unknown, because they knew that this could possibly happen, and if it does, I want to be prepared, okay? So we were not prepared. We did not have a generator. There was a storm that came, and knocked all of our power out. And I'm used to power being out, and it's back on. No. The way that, because we were in incorporated town territory, the lighting system controlled the water system. So not only was our lights off, the water was off. So that means we couldn't use the bathroom. That means we couldn't shower. That means we couldn't wash our ass, wash the face. We couldn't do none of the necessities that you don't even think about. You just think that, whatever going on about your life, complaining and depressed and stuff. But these small things, because of a natural, nature, Mother Nature, something out of your control, we had no water, we had no lights. And it lasted for about a good amount of time. Hence why it made me get off my butt and do what I had to do for myself. I think it was like a week and a half of just getting up and having to go to hotels, getting up and having to go to truck stops to wash your butt and to go to the department store to use the bathroom. It just was not a comfortable season. But sometimes God makes you uncomfortable. So to humble you, number one, and to show you this is not where you're gonna stay, because I'm gonna make you a bit uncomfortable. Because see, what it was you was getting complacent. You thought that you would be here long term. No, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable so this ain't where you stop and this is not the end point. So during all of this, no lights, no shower, can't use the bathroom, all of this, you know what I was doing? My hair, I was washing wigs, I was coloring wigs, and even though I couldn't use the blow dryer, I let it air dry. All the way through. I'm coloring hair, I'm watching the colors go through. It just gave me peace. And that meant from that moment I knew I love doing hair. I love beauty. I love making, because when you look crazy and you're going through something, you feel even worse. And it's not about being superficial. It's about just feeling good about yourself. It's a confidence booster, knowing that you came from this and you look like this. It's it just does something to me, and I love that. I love it. It calms me. And I don't know, different passions do different things for different people. But if you're going through all of that and you're doing that, that's something that you love to do. It's just something that you love to do. Now, do I want to do it on other people? Not so much. But I enjoy the transformations. I enjoy beauty. I enjoy building confidence by doing that. And that's when I knew. So if you do, do y'all understand what I'm going through? If you don't know what your passion is, if you weren't paid for it, what calms you? What gives you peace? What makes you genuinely happy on the inside? That's how you find out what your purpose is. And I'm interested to know, what is some of y'all purposes? But I'm gonna finish doing this here. I just have to tell y'all. I know it's long-winded, but I have to tell y'all why I do what I do. Basking. I need Vaseline, but basking in the nature. Feels so good. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Who is that?
You've got 5 minutes. Make them count. Sorry, Jack, what I have in store should provide a... Is as relaxed as they can be.
Hey guys, so I'm on my way to get acupuncture. It's my very first time getting acupuncture. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why I decided to do this. I always do things on a whim nowadays, but anything for self-care, self-love. So I am, heading there, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Argument back up to my place. Sex remind you I'm not violent on your day one. Literally feel like a zombie if I don't have my coffee.
Hi, can I help you?
Hi, can I have a large caramel frappe with no whipped cream and Oreo?
Large caramel frappe?
Yes, no whipped cream and add Oreo topping.
No whipped cream
Mm-hmm.
with Oreo.
Yes, can I have the Oreo blended in as well?
You want an Oreo? Okay. Second,
Thank you.
for 10 minutes.
Thank you. Hey y'all, so in continuation of this video, I'm talking about passion, how to find out what your passion is, how to live in your passion, and how to be an overall contentment and at peace and living in your purpose. So I talked about how I discovered what one of my passions were. Don't feel like your passion is also limited. Once you define what it is, it can evolve over time. You can have a few different passions. You don't have to be stuck on one passion, but just know it's like under an umbrella. It's all kind of under an umbrella, should I say. Knowing your passion and getting to know your passion has a lot to do with getting to know and knowing yourself. Being fully aware of who you are, being able to, instead of coming to various people outside of yourself, going within, being able to deal with yourself, being able to go out by yourself, do solo dates, have self-love. Like self-love is not, and self-care is not just about, the beauty outer aspects. It's about going inwards as well, checking in with yourself, being able to look yourself in the mirror, making sure that you're on the right track, making sure if you're not okay with your day-to-day, like what can you do differently to kind of change that? What can you change? You know what I mean? So that wouldn't happen if you weren't checking in with yourself, if you weren't fully in tune with yourself. So passion has a lot to do with being content with yourself, being fully aware of yourself, checking in with yourself, loving on yourself, like knowing who you are, that has a lot to do with your passion and living in your passion. And if you're not living in your passion, what things can you do daily to get you closer to being closer to your passion? Okay, yeah, we all gotta work. No, we don't all have to work, but a lot of, adulting has to do with having a 9-to-5, paying bills, doing all of that. But if your 9-to-5 does not include your passion, what are you doing outside of your 9-to-5 before and after work to get within the passion? So a lot of people, they're okay with complaining about things but not changing the things. So it's like, accountability partners. I just came from watching a movie called Trapped, and I thought it was really good. Like the man, he was this crazy butcher killer, and nobody knew. Like nobody knew that he was this crazy butcher killer, and that's because people see what they want to see sometimes. Like people see what they want to see. And that's okay. But as long as you're charismatic, you're agreeable, agreeing with people, you're smiling, you look a certain type of way, you can be right next to a killer and helping a killer. So, people, if you're aware of yourself, if you're content with yourself, you'll be a better discerner. So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, just be, for passion, just check in with yourself, love on yourself, figure out what you do like, what you don't like, what lights you up on the inside, what tears you down, and you'll get closer and closer to finding out what your passion is and living in your passion. It's not a one and done type of thing. It's a life lesson, life journey type of thing. But as long as you are checking in with yourself. You know what lights you up. You are fully aware of yourself. The people that are close to you, they are letting you know or asking you all the time about certain things all the time. It's like, just pay attention to your gifts and try to live in that daily as much as you can. Indulge in it as much as you can, because the more you're doing what you're passionate about, the happier you will be, the more money you will bring in. Just know that. Just know that. But I'm about to go home and get my things together, and yeah.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you